Coming up, wet mess. The D.C. area is under a flood watch today as rain continues to fall in the district.
Then, safe biking. The district plans to add more bike lanes to help riders navigate the city's busy streets. District Wire News starts right now.
Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Carlson.
And I'm Erika Crable. As rain continues to fall, there's a flood warning in D.C. until 11 p.m. Rena Novini has more on the story.
As rain dies down in the district, water levels in the Potomac River reach dangerous levels. Most areas of the river are 3 to 4 feet above normal, with Georgetown topping 5 feet. Georgetown resident Tom Sidlowski says he has never seen the river like this.
No, not this high or this fast, or this much junk.
Parts of the river by Wisconsin and K Street are particularly high. The Georgetown Waterfront Park construction site struggles to keep water back. Trucks and dumpsters are literally in the water, and high tides continue to approach this evening.
Just because of the project down here, because I figured the boardwalk would flood.
Areas of the waterfront have been closed off by steel floodgates to protect businesses and restaurants. The district expects the flood warning to be removed by 11 p.m. Monday evening. Rena Novini, District Wire News, Washington.
The gun Pentagon shooter John Patrick Bedell used to shoot 2 Pentagon police officers this month has changed hands multiple times. The gun was first seized 5 years ago by a Tennessee police department that later traded the weapon to a licensed gun distributor in Georgia. Bedell, who had a history of mental illness, was able to obtain the gun right before the March 4th shooting because it was bought through a private transaction. Bedell would not have been able to buy a gun otherwise because of his mental illness.
The Virginia General Assembly finished its yearly session Sunday evening after adopting a 2-year, $82 million budget that cuts millions from education funding for schools. Will drop $640 million over the next 2 years. Class sizes are expected to rise because schools will not be able to afford as many teachers. The budget also cuts funding from healthcare and public safety.
A new organ transplant program is stirring up controversy. Most hospitals retrieve organs from donors only after the patient has been pronounced brain dead. But 2 Pennsylvania hospitals are participating in a federally funded program that makes a transplant call a little bit sooner. The program promotes retrieving organs moments after a donor patient has stopped breathing, before being pronounced brain dead. Supports of the program say the sooner doctors can retrieve an organ, the more likely it is that the transplant will be successful. The Department of Health and Human Services granted $320,000 to this pilot program. If successful, the 2 test hospitals, other hospitals nationwide will be encouraged to follow suit. So far, the program hasn't made a successful transplant.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said it can't explain the sudden high-speed acceleration a Toyota Prius experienced on a San Diego freeway last week. The agency is also looking into claims for more than 60 Toyota owners who claim their cars continue to accelerate unexpectedly despite being repaired. Toyota also recalled millions of cars with floor mats that snag pedals and accelerators that stick.
As Metro faces a $190 million budget gap for the coming year, new emphasis is being placed on helping people with disabilities be more independent. A 2007 report says almost 15% of people in the district age 5 and older have some form of disability. Many of the district's disabled travelers rely on Metro Access, a shared ride service for those who can't navigate the bus and rail system. In order to encourage disabled people to use the Metro Rail and Metro Bus, Metro is offering free trips for people with valid Metro Access ID cards.
DC plans to put more bicycle lanes throughout the city to help bike riders navigate the busy streets more easily. Kaiten Moore has the story.
Bicycle riding becomes more popular with each year as more and more people make the effort to go green and get in shape. But DC residents have a little more trouble than most getting through the busy streets of the district. The District Department of Transportation plans to put new bike lanes on city streets. DDOT hopes the lanes will help bikers get through the city safer while also helping traffic flow.
I had a really bad accident, actually, when I was biking on the sidewalk because the road was really busy and it had just rained and the ground was really soft, and all of a sudden someone that was walking cut very quickly in front of me. So I had to go off the sidewalk and then spun out of control. So yeah, definitely got banged up, bruised, scraped. Yeah, biking on the sidewalk is definitely not, ideal for safety.
American University has its own bike lending program, which has seen its numbers rise in the past few months. The director of the program is in talks with the transportation department to make sure AU students are safe to ride.
Keep contact with the DC Department of Transportation just to kind of let them know that there's, a population of about 6,000 or so undergraduates here who have a stake in what's going on in DC when it comes to bicycling.
Other high-traffic cities like Montreal and Manhattan are also looking into adding more bike lanes to their car-friendly streets. DC would see the most changes in bike lanes downtown, where the roads are wider and traffic is heaviest. The full extent of the plans for the streets will be revealed at a public meeting March 18th. For District Wire News in Washington, I'm Caitlin Moore.
Coming up after the break, the healthcare debate is heating up. Democrats are confident the healthcare bill will pass into law this week, but will it be smooth sailing? A full report straight ahead.
And food and books. The library holds a literary lunch where students read their own works. Stay with us.